All right, let's see. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope that all of you are doing great, feeling blessed and highly favored. Happy full moon in Libra in the sign of Aries. Okay, so, beloved, I was going to skip this forecast. I've been trying or thinking of doing it, okay, for a few days now. I couldn't let go of the thoughts of not sharing the information out there. Okay, of course, there's other astrologers. I'm not a professional astrologer, but I love astrology, and obviously, we're very in tune with it. So, I will be doing individual readings for all signs, where we look into any oracle message that comes in here, what the Libra full moon is bestowing upon you. I'm going to do a astrology weather update per se. It's very important to look at it this way, I think, right? So some people believe that most of the time that when we have astrology information that comes full moon, eclipse, whatever have you, um, a lot of this is just how things are going to get difficult for you. No, they're not. Okay, so this energy that is here at this time and other energies that come for us to let us know what's up is more so for you to prepare how to dress outside, right? What crystals to wear, what crystals to have if you believe in the magic of crystals and all that goodness. So I'm going to be looking into this as a collective energy first, and then we'll go from sign to sign. I will be doing individual readings for you. I will most likely drop it up by tonight. I was not going to do them, but you know what? To those of you that individually want to look into your sign, please, you are very welcome to do so. I will be doing single and partnered. Hello, hello, everybody in the chat. I love you so much. But in this energy, please look into your sun rising as well, especially your rising and your moon, because this is a very important information. I will drop some gems right off the start. Okay, so we see this Libra full moon. Libra is all about partnerships, it's all about doing things with reinvention, right? For things to work out here for all of us. Very, very good when it comes to matters of the heart. Alrighty, so and do have in mind then when it does come into here with things that are of the heart, it's not because you are so clicked up on the energy, it's not because there's emotional distress. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do where you truly stand in the seat of the body here within the soul energy. All right, so I will be turning the camera a little bit downward, seeing what else comes in here. So hello, hello, everybody in the chat. All right, so let's get down to business. So this it's all about reinvention within ourselves. I will be showing some charts. I'm getting them prepared. Okay. Um, let's see. I want to get the collective message first out, and then we'll look into individual houses and all that goodness. Okay. All right, so this energy is showing us here where we have been resisting. It is that brings one, but this is not just for you, but this is for the partnerships that you had. It will present old wounds. Yes, and from this energy is from relationships. Do have in mind that you can have a relationship with your cat, you have friendships, you have parents, you have work relationships, but especially this one, it has to do with matters of the heart. And this is about understanding how you have restricted yourself and how now you can apply these energies with structure. I want to show something that is very intriguing here for me, and this is the only reason I'm coming in here. Okay, like we'll start off strong. So, anyways, okay, so let's look into this energy that's here. All right, so we see how we have highlighted, or I have highlighted, circled more so the sign of Aries, right? So that's what's taking place here where it's falling in the sign. Of course, we're in April, so that's in Aries. And we see where the moon sign is across from Aries, it is in Libra at 16 degrees. But those, the bigger highlighted or circled energies, that's the reason I'm here. Okay. So we see a little K, right, in the big circle. That is Chiron. Then we have the sun, which is a circle, and then a little mini circle inside. Then we have a one that looks like a number 4. So that is Jupiter. But if you look under Jupiter, the one that looks like a figure 4, that alone, it looks like some beautiful little figure, but that is a sign of Vista. Okay. So that sign alone in Aries is very important for all of us. Okay. If having Chiron, we already know that Chiron, or those of you that do not know, Chiron with the little sign of the K, which is a 15 degrees, is the wounded healer. It's very important to note that Chiron um, is able to heal and help others, but not himself. For how I have been guided to see Chiron, it is not about being able to heal yourself, but about reinventing yourself through your own healing modalities, your life focus points, and how you can help others because of your wound. And it's like you're finding information, being accomplished in the spirit because you've created this breakthrough for others, because helping others is helping yourself. Okay. But very important to note here with the sign of Vista in Aries, Aries is all about the self, and this is a lot about a self-awareness. There will be change. Please do know that change has to do with the ego. And yes, the ego is the one that is afraid of the change. The soul, this is why sometimes we feel like life is happening too much for us, where it's like physically we cannot move. Why? Because the soul is pushing for the change. The one that restricts us, or the one that holds us back, is the ego. The ego needs to have that comfortability or the knowing of what's going on. But this energy here is presenting awareness of old wounds from relationships, caused and not caused from you. I will give props here for a lot of you who have, whenever you have Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn in your chart, especially those people here who are more of millennials and Gen X, right? So you have awareness of how your situation has played out, whatever you've lived, whatever karma you brought it onto yourself. Gen Z, I love you so much. You're taking in the information. All these cardinal signs are getting out of this funk from the last 15 years of understanding their own restrictions, where they have now opened their eyes for newness in the mind, in the heart, like all of us here. So, and it is important to know that the next signs will speak about it in the future, but all of this individually, you have Aries or not in your chart, you are an individual. And this is why a lot of things are happening here for every single one of us. All right. And this shows how you have not been pulling your end, how another person has not been pulling in their end, and situations that are one sided. But very important, places that we've been trying to avoid, we will know and have the understanding, and we will have the determination now to move forward. Why? Okay. So you can obviously check here in your chart individually, and maybe I'll do something in the future when it comes to Vista. And if we look, just looking up on our nearest Google search engine, when we look into Vista, which Vista is a divine representation of the flame inside ourselves, the one that gives us our spark of life. Vista is the place in our chart that allows us to understand the way we feel towards our home, our family. Beyond that, she is the inspiration inside ourselves that keeps us going. Okay, so this information here with a full moon in Libra, Sun, Jupiter, Chiron, Vesta, and all of Aries, it's important and will be unavoidable for all of us. Very beautiful with Jupiter here. This is a personal expansion process of the realm and horizons. Regardless of it's happening right now, this pushes in for a lot more next for the manifestation. This, where we have Jupiter in Aries, right now, this is about awareness about ourselves. Next, it will be moving itself to Taurus. Taurus is all about the physical. Taurus is all about seeing things very differently. But really expanding on moving somewhere else, having love, connections, and its ruler is Venus. So this will show us our capacity to love, our values, showing us our attitude in love and how we see things. And it's very important to note that this house, the second house, shows us what you value the most and attract to yourself. This is all about refinement, things of the material that are gained and lost. So if we're speaking here where we have the moon in Libra, right, in Aries with all these placements, it is showing us here that this, all of what we're feeling is really heartfelt, right? So it's very, very beautiful to note. Please look at wherever else you have here changes or movements from your own sign. Autumn says, certainly going on. It's a journey. It's a journey that is nonstop, definitely nonstop. Okay, so do know that there will be financial empowerment growth, especially since Jupiter stepping into um, Taurus very, very soon. Especially this energy would be heightened for all of us since we are having um, the solar eclipse April 20th. We will touch on that subject in a few days. I will most likely come in earlier than I did right now, but this, I couldn't keep it to myself. I'm like, let me show everybody here. It's going to bug you. It's not something that you're going to be able to just unavoid, right? Under the mat. No more of that. No more of that. Okay. So, so that's a collective energy. I want to see, thank you, Spirit. I want to touch subject real quick on this. So, in the year 2000 BCE, everything that's happening now, we see in the sign of Aries, a lot of information is happening. We're clearing out the age of Aries. Okay, and this obviously was thousands of years, but that's right. There's an emphasis when it comes to all of us. Okay, and we're healing the planet, the collective, whatever is happening, because we can see this happening and playing out in our environment where we share information. People are just very childlike when it comes to this energy of them trying to input their feelings without reason. So a baby, right? So Aries being the god of war, the baby in the zodiac, when we see it, um, when we see it, Aries, so I'm breathing because I'm an Aries AF. So being in the baby in the zodiac, we go within our feelings. Sometimes we let our emotions get the best of us, right? Especially when we're babies. So when we think of babies, they're stubborn. When they want it, and they will throw a bitch fit. So that's why whatever's happening in the collective, they're pushing an agenda. People are not thinking rationally, and then they're letting their emotions get the best of them. I will touch subject on a little bit for y'all to have kind of knowledge, awareness of why it's taking place now. So whenever Christ, if you don't believe in Christ, to each their own, right? Whenever Jesus Christ was crucified, he was crucified around, and this is because of Mary Magdalene. Thank you, Mary Magdalene. I love you. And I will do in channeling thanks to Ms. Lovebug soon. So Jesus Christ was crucified in April Fools. So April really starts in March. Okay, obviously with the calendar and all this goodness that has taken place, we are not up to date. That's why in scripture it is said that nobody knows the day, the hour, the time. We look in Ethiopian time, they are basically, we here in the Western Hemisphere, we are ahead 7 years, right? So if we look into other parts of the world, they are in the year almost 3000, sort of thing. Okay, so they're 6 years off, but still. So this is why we don't know the truth of when the time and things like that, especially since there should be 13 full moons in a year, which should have 28 days. But long story short, and this is why a lot of us in the spiritual community have seen more of a decrease when April Fools is celebrated, because that is the date that the crucifixion really happened. But, and of course, if we look into the next 3 days, it will fall on April 4th, right? So, April 4th would be 4 4. When we look into the number 4, it's all about law, age, structure, law and order. Okay, so do keep that in mind. If you did feel in your heart to not celebrate April Fools, are also called Dia de los Inocentes, later on, that's when the persecution happened. And we'll speak about that later. Obviously, I don't want to get anybody sad. All right, so I'm going to be also giving you some tarot cards, no, some oracle cards when it comes to the energy, and tell you where it falls into, depending here on your sign. All right, so if you have the sign of Aries, your rising, your moon, yada yada, do have in mind that that's just where it's falling in. But the energies are showing themselves up a little bit more differently. So it's all about balance, it's all about partnerships. And accordingly, of however it plays out for you, it will bring in that in depth of that house. So you can do your own personal research, it's all good. And I please invite you to do that. Alrighty, so we're going to be looking into the house here. Okay, so, and I please go look into Vesta, where it falls here for you. It should fall. We all have it in a special place here, but okay. So for Aries, you're going to have this sign falls here in your 7th house. When it comes to your 7th house, that's all about partnerships, relationships, situations. It's all about accepting. If you were not dating, now you're going to be very open to dating. But do know that with this energy, it is going to be one where you will be feeling very excited to connect with others. It'll have to do with friends, partnerships, marriage, your own individuality, and how you are as a lover in relationships and what you need from them. Especially here, having it in Venus, having it in the sign of Venus, also with the moon, you're going to feel very heightened. Okay, so trust your instincts is going to be extremely beautiful for you. There will be some sort of new contracts, partnerships, letting go. Of course, when we touch into situations, it'll show you where what you have been trying to avoid in you, okay, in how you have held back. And this goes for everybody, obviously. But if you have been holding back on dating, no good. Okay, you can't be a hermit without dating. You have to have some sort of balance when it comes into this energy. Obviously, this is for everybody, but it will show you how or why you have not been able to disconnect from a past situation. It could be with the parents, with an old lover, how you cannot move on from allowing new opportunities to be here. But this is going to be very beautiful. You will be the main character here for this whole month, obviously for a few months more, but especially for this month, because this will show you how or where you need to work on things. Okay, so it will present old wounds and all this goodness, but it's very beautiful how this energy will bring you back that optimism and confidence and pride. All right, let's look here what you need to see when it comes to what it brings for you. Especially it will be to go within. This is about healing separation, wounds, healing the space of where you feel that others cannot connect with you, see things from the same situation here with you. You will be able to focus on yourself and your self-worth, where time not always heals, but this is about allowing yourself to appreciate the shadow work that you've done, or the difficulty. Maybe you don't know how to do shadow work, right? But do have in mind that here it will show you where and why you have been restricting yourself in whatever sort of connection that has been stepping in here. All right, so I want to see news for singles, please. Yes, we'll do a single energy, and then those for you that are dating. Okay. For singles, you're gonna see the snake. This is about competition, where you maybe had malicious, or somebody else had malicious intent toward you, where you don't have to be looking over your shoulder. A lot of you have been seeing how other situations you've been dealing with somebody else with I want to say, Aries, wherever you have Aries, especially if you have it in your moon rising, right? But this is acknowledgement how other partners that you may people potentials that you've been talking to, even a partner, are not pulling their end. How it's like you're giving the best of you, but you're not receiving it. So it will show you here. Okay, call it law of expectation here, where you reinvent yourself, allow your relationships to deepen and grow without holding back so much, without blocking people or just letting them go. In partnerships, okay, so you have coffee cup. This energy is telling me here you're going to be savoring moments. There's going to be growth when it comes to your partnerships, people who have a connection already. Okay, so you're going to be talking, you're going to be connecting. If you are not in a harmonious space, you're going to be releasing, and soon, very soon, meeting and conversing with others. Okay, friendships are going to be very important, very beautiful here for you. All right, so let's look into the next sign. So we have Taurus. Taurus, this comes in here in your sixth house. Being in your sixth house, it will show you it okay. Any sort of thing that you have been trying to move towards, it has to do with relationship. If you have escaped in the past because of love, and I'm gonna say like this: you felt so much pressure, you felt lost, you just needed a space, and maybe you traveled to different lands, or now it's like you felt trapped now, and now you get the opportunity to do so. But even if you felt stuck in the past, now you're allowing yourself to see the overall reason of why that happened, and now you can move somewhere else where you get to expand and connect deeply with others. But how it's going to place for you more or so, it'll show you the energies of the illusion that had been negative, and how you can choose to have the highest idealism, getting out of routines. Also, changing your routine will be something that you really need to focus on, because it, regardless if you have an action plan as of now, it will come. Okay, even if you don't, it will come to pass. It will show you your challenges, and maybe here a change of employment and other things that will be stepping for you as well. So an emphasis on having self-analysis that improves, and your habits. Okay, so very, very good. This energy, what is bringing to you when it comes to matters of the heart, is awareness, having crystal clear vision of how other people have also played a role in your life, how now you're able to be more organized and have the ability to deal with anything that comes from society. All right, so let's see overall energy as well, please. For Aries, not Aries. Aries, get out of my head. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement that comes in here. Okay, you have a lot of people watching you. Now, this is something that has been coming in lately for me, especially with anybody who has a Taurian sign. Um, double ganger energy, also monitoring spirits, have been heavy on my Taurian people that I've worked with, people, many of my clients, and that sort of thing. So do keep that in mind. Maybe this is why your finances come up and down. There have been some sort of restrictions for you, and there has been a lot of karmic imbalance and balance that's stepping in. So if you've not done any harm, I mean, you're receiving karma however it's coming in. Um, Good or bad, okay, regardless. But you should know. But if it has been in a negative energy, you're receiving your karma amplified, because the sign of Aries, it is saying here, you have hurt others a lot, where you have maybe chosen yourself over your environment, and allowed other influence to come in. So do keep that in mind. It's going to be very heavy. So the awareness comes in now. So for the next months, you're able to have more harmony with your partners and that goodness. Okay. But there will be some sort of gaslighting here, perception, and focusing out. Do keep that in mind. That is just showing what you need to work with or look into in a deeper scale here. You might just be at, at an ick energy with your partners or any sort of people. Here, when it comes to new love, Taurian people want to not really deal with the hurt. Is avoiding some sort of cause, some sort of person, conversations, still being angry about the past, not being good at setting boundaries at this time. So do keep that in mind, Taurus. You're not just going to be able to avoid. I want to see what this is about for Taurus a little bit more, because obviously, okay, this is about ignoring red flags because you don't want to be dealing with the aggressiveness, the fighting, that sort of thing, because it will escalate for you. All right. And this is endings and you bring new beginnings, is about liberation. Okay. It is time. It is time for you to liberate yourself from that. All right. So for coupled Taurus, you have paradise, happiness, expansion, and joy. This is about enjoying each other with another person, trying to work things out. And this is about having a lot of kisses, enjoying another person's company. Very, very beautiful energy that is stepping in here for you, Taurian coupled connections. This is about allowing situations from the past go and willing to speak with them about them with your partner. Okay, very beautiful energy. For those of you that are interested, I will be doing within the next few days. I will be doing if you're a twin flame or have deep soulmate energy, I will be doing a separate read for all of you, because here with it will have to do with this eclipse and the full moon in Libra. Let's see. So the next sign, we have the next sign. And thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for pressing that like button. Okay. This sign, I just want to say, Cancer, you're out there. Baby cakes, please stay to listen to your message, because yours is a wild then. Okay. All right. All right. So let's look. Gemini, this will be in your 5th house. The 5th house is all about the fix. Okay, so with this sign, it will be about love affairs. It will be about romantic attachment, self-expression, creativity, drama. Okay, so do know that also if you have children, you will see your children being affected in a positive light, in a negative light, but it is about speculations. When it comes here to Gemini, things are very much in your favor energetically, but it will take some cojones, I will say, with this sort of situations. When it comes to the 5th house, when we look into love, it is the 5th house, 7th house, and moon as well. So there's some sort of snip cutting, okay, with relationships that had not been given their all. When we have situations, you're seeing the person for what they are. You've been dealing with this for the last 2 months. So it's like, are they staying? Are they leaving? How much are you going to be letting yourself be with dramatic situations? Because this is in your 5th house, it will show you how you have been kind of forcing a situation to play out here for you when it comes to matters of the heart. Even if this could be twin flame sort of energy, maybe wanting to have some sort of fast communication and something that may have hurt you in the past, something that was not long lived, because when we speak of love and romance in the 5th house, it's something that does not have longevity. Okay, so there will be beautiful energy where you get to have peace. Everything accelerates here for you, but it is about clearing heart chakra energy. Very, very beautiful energy. All right, so let's see what else comes in here for you. But now it's going to be unavoidable, Gemini, that you can't hold back on maybe giving someone else a chance because you still feel emotionally attached. No, like this is about you bring a lot of reasoning to situations. All right, so what's coming in here for you? You have a breakthrough, processing. Ooh, Gemini, processing karmic debris. Okay, so now even whatever has been from past lives, y'all know, whomever knows me, I don't like to concentrate on past lives because if some people want to clear past lives, there's no need. Okay, you concentrate on whatever you're dealing with now because obviously from past life, it comes in here now where you get to work on situations. It's a little bit worse, maybe, right? But now you get to completely clear out. And it's beautiful how this energy also shows we have soulmate, and this is about clearing core wounds. Okay. Very beautiful energy. It will show you here how you're going to be in motion. You will feel the change coming in. You have been feeling it, but this will allow you to completely let go of old situations, old wounds from relationships, and you want the change. Okay, so they are going to come knocking at your door. Do keep in mind, everybody, that we do have Mercury retrograde stepping in. We don't need to go into depth about what's going on with there. Most of us know when Mercury, or what happens when Mercury is retrograde. I love that energy of Mercury in retrograde because a lot of us want to see the truth. Not everybody can handle it. But for those of us that are like, okay, let me get all these fucking skeletons out of the closet, goodbye. Me, for one, I had been preparing for this. Okay, I've been doing a clearing on my social media when it comes to not just friends, because I don't keep people that I don't like on my personal platforms, but people who I used to talk to. You know how you start talking to people and things just don't hit, so it's like, why do I still have them? Does it benefit me to have them? I know sometimes we're little chismosas or whatever. We just want to be checking on people's shit, but not me. I'm not really into that. When it comes to ex-lovers, ex-potentials, goodbye. Okay, I don't want you sabotaging my new shit that's coming in. All right, so let's see what else comes in here overall. Woo! Someone will be expressing their love here. You have a love call. You will be expressing your love call here. This is about finding a situation that comes in here with matters of the heart. With all this energy that's stepping in here, this is about messages of love. Okay. This awareness that comes in here for you, if you're single, this is about knowing and understanding that you may have been charmed in the past by someone that was sort of narcissistic, more one-sided relationship situations. If you do get them in the future or something comes in like this, you're going to be able to call them out right away. All right, if you are coupled, have a situation connection here with someone, what energies to expect here for you? All right, so you have love, again, unconditional love. Some of you are going to get engaged. Some of you are going to get married. This is about having more attraction, more affection, and people are going to look at you like you look scrumdiddlyumptious, whomever your person is. And this is about also attracting situations from the past that can sabotage. So do keep that in mind, okay? But it's all about soulmate vibe. It's all about very good energy. Congratulations, Gemini. Damn, Gemini. Okay. All right, so let's look into the next sign. Next sign, we have Cancer. Okay. Cancer, you have this in the 4th house. So you already feeling it, right? So this has to do with mother energy. It has to do with family. It has to do with affairs of life that come and go, that end life. I want you to really have in mind that whatever is coming in here, it is telling you that there's no need to manifest any sort of situations where you feel that you need to pick up any sort of whatever from the past, your parents, or however they were doing. This is about breaking a pattern, right? So there are some places where we're, as females, we're called in here as to not be a whore, to try to keep, yourself pure until you find the one. to get married and that sort of thing. So like, I mean, there's different scenarios, but this is about not doing things when it comes to your family that get to repeat that are not for you. This is about being letting go of expectations. And yes, you will be stepping into it day by day, but this is the acknowledgement that whatever you have going on, you get to forgive, give love, and also give love to whatever you are dreaming when it comes to any sort of personal goals, situations, dreams, and that goodness. So this energy is very, very beautiful. You get to nurture others as well, but do keep in mind to not move backwards here and give all of yourself, because most of the time when it comes to cancers give it their all, and they can care more about family than their actual life or any personal endeavors that have to do with matters of the heart. There's a lot of Cancerian people that I know, that obviously clients and stuff, but it's like they give their life to their parents, or they live life to however their parents, family, whomever is a mother figure wants you to express, because it's good to be there for people, but just like don't put yourself on fire to keep others warm. Okay, so that will come in here for you, and especially any sort of breakthrough that you're trying to do with finances and career. You're now being able to feel motivated for you to have this awareness. And remember how in the beginning of the video, you have not yet looked into it, we spoke about Vista. So Vista, it's all about how the soul feels. Okay. Maybe I'll do a separate video here just for Vista alone. But this is a feminine energy. It's about allowing yourself to step in with confidence and um, self discipline, and purpose, and that having that inner drive. Okay, so let go of other people's expectations. It's some shit that we all know. Okay, whomever has a Cancer, especially have Cancer moon, but Cancer sun, Cancer moon's rising. Definitely Venus as well for anybody, because we know that Libra with the full moon, it is all about ruler planet is Venus. Depending whatever it lands for you, it is amplifying partnership energy plus whatever you know when it comes to your sign itself, right? Um, for instance, if you have an Aries Venus here with the placement of having Aries, the full moon in Venus, Aries usually moves very fast in relationships, tries to let go of connections. Like, all right, I'm done with this, out to the next. It's great, but you can't just live in that vibe, Aries, okay? Because why? This is how, just an example, right? So a lot of things that are happening in society, like it is people hook up culture, and this is happening. Okay, it's not something that some of us get to experience or see. No, everybody's watching it. So when we're in this energy of, or in the hookup culture, we become immune to true connections, right? This is almost something that is happening for a lot of Aries Venus. Now it's like you have been doing things on your own, keeping almost stuck, but being yourself without moving on. Because why? This creates where we cannot emotionally connect to other people. So here, being with a full moon in Libra, it is showing you how you have played yourself in trying to live too fast and not savoring the moment. And this is about, okay, now I get to see things clearly. I open my eyes to the situation. I open my heart truly to what can come next, and my mind of how I had maybe thought that being able to block out people right away, or dispose of them, however it is. I mean, shit. I don't get hurt, but through it all, we don't gather that emotional maturity. We're just going in and not seeing things for what they truly are, seeing the bigger picture. So having all this creates new opportunities, and how all this wisdom that I've lived, or whatever has been my situation, now I get to, try it in a different way. Try to put myself out there, genuinely not trying to avoid difficult conversations or connections, or fear of exposing myself too much. Aries rushes into connection. So this is about, okay, taking it easier, not pushing that other person out of their comfort zone if they're trying not to move in or into a situation quickly. So do keep that in mind when you look into your sign, or you can even Google how it is if you have a Cancer Venus or any other sign, right? And then look into Venus itself, right? And merge it with whatever information is there and apply it to your situation, however it fits. Don't make it fit, however it fits. All right, so Cancer, what is bringing here for you is transformation. Ooh, I love this for you, Cancer. And we all know Cancer, it is hard for you to change, okay? I mean, you might be mad about your mama not buying you Cocoa Krispies back in the year 2002. I mean, for all that we know, you're still grudging about that. So it's difficult for y'all to move forward. All right, so the energies that are coming in here for you are it's transformation. You have light code 4-4. That's very beautiful. This is about the release of being stuck and being in battle mode with your head and your heart. Okay. This is about having fast track to ascension, allowing yourselves to see things for what they are. And like here it's about connecting what you need, what you want, mind and heart. And this will feel good to the soul. All right. So what energies are coming in for those of you that are single? Okay, let's see an overall first. I mean, right now, freaking single Cancerians, you guys are gonna get called out for real. Okay, this is all about abundance. It's very beautiful energy. It's about keeping a positive mindset. Do keep in mind that whatever's that you're thinking, even when it's negative thoughts, you are negative prophesizing for yourself. Okay, so this is exactly manifesting what you need and want, being at bliss, being grateful about whatever comes in here for you. And this is about being able to manifest right on the spot, almost like, or things happen for you very quickly where you're trusting the process and being content wherever it is that you are. So this is about being happy, being content, being in the moment rather than stressing over shit that you shouldn't be stressing about. Okay, let me clear my throat to come for Cancer singles. Okay, Cancer single. So what house is going to be showing you here is it's going to be showing you how you have not been true to yourself, other people, how you have not been showing your true feelings. This could be even you holding back of how you feel because you don't want to overwhelm a person or getting too attached. This is about gaslighting others, letting others gaslight you, and pretending that everything's okay when it's really not. Okay, so this is about getting really clear with whatever's going on. And if you need to hold other people accountable, I mean, you're going to come for their throats. All right, so let's see for those of you that are Cancer coupled. It's coming in here for you in additional energy. Clock. Okay, this is about taking the time to heal. Having faith to move forward. This is about progression, end of cycles, beginning of new ones. But this is about enjoying the moment as well, losing track of time and just being in this energy. A lot of you are going to be letting other people know that you've been thinking about them a lot, that you want something more with a connection and not holding back. And if it's going to, and it's meant for you, you're going to be there. If it's not and you don't like the message or the other person is not reciprocating, you're going to be able to see things for what they are and being able to cut them out. A lot of you are going to be letting go, of course, if you're happily ever and you're happily ever after. This is not going to be affecting you as much. But for some of you that are in limbo about your situation, this is going to show you how your other person has been dealing with another person. But this is a chance where connections completely end. Okay. So that's a good energy to have, but I mean, to each their own. As an Aries, I'm able to leave fast in situations, not always, but most of the time. All right, so let's see for the next sign. The next sign here, if you are a Leo, this will come in your third house. The third house is all about connecting your immediate environment. It's about communication. So the third house is Gemini's house, right? So let's look into that energy. That is holding a balance in the masculine energy. That's about the masculine energy and feminine energy. Let's look into the mind, communication. So you're able to see things for what they are, create, do things, and yet believe in the unseen, in the unknown. So this is also going on short journeys, having some sort of trips is going to be very good energy here for you. Um, you might start crushing or have some sort of feeling that you need to just go crazy with anything that is foreign. So you might fall in love with a foreigner for whatever, I don't know, having a crush here, falling in love with a foreign country, foreign uh, situation, whatever this is. But this is about you expanding your horizons and not holding back on whatever that you need to do. I do have to say here for a lot of you, there is a trip planning, trips coming for those of you that have Leo. It's very beautiful because now you get to actually start embracing, start moving, communicating with others wherever that you want to go and how you want to do things. Okay, so all right, Leo, let's look what else comes in here for you. Leo, I do have to say, like, from a time here, like there has been a lot of working in partnerships, and I do want to commend you on that, whomever has Leo in their chart, because Leo is looked as like the me sign. Really, it's not. Why? Let's look into this. Why does Leo have to be all about me or giving themselves priority? When it comes to this, is someone who had not been prioritized, somebody who had not been acknowledged or not taken care of emotionally here in the past, because of emotional life, emotional responses were not there. So that's why when they're hurt, they had to go all it's about me. So now that comes in here where you acknowledge your needs and the needs of others, and this is going to be very, very beautiful for you, especially after this um, eclipse. Since the eclipse is happening here for in the sign of Aries, do keep in mind that whomever has any fire sign placement is going to be very good for you as well. Okay. All right. So let's see what overall comes in here when it comes to matters of the heart here, the soul energy. Whoops. Whoopa. Okay. That was too many. Just one, please. All right. This is to also beautiful energy. To be in the path of least resistance, you have light codes 8-8. This is about choosing ease and grace without being too difficult or staying in difficult partnership situations with other people that you're having a hard time communicating with. You're not going to entertain that anymore. Okay. The beautiful energy when it comes to light codes 8-8. These energy spaces here hold where you're in alignment with your infinite potential. Okay, this is about having potential for more, and seeing how you can better communicate with others. If you express yourself from the heart space, others, you're allowing the energies are going to be assisting for others to also have these communications. If they're not willing, I mean, that's your cue to bounce, right? But this is about having personal empowerment where you're not holding back yourself because others are needing of you too much and that sort of thing, or you may have been needing of others as well. Okay. But this is very beautiful, but I don't feel like here you're going to be too weighed down by this energy. Some are yet. Yes. Okay. So let's look into the next sign. The next sign here is Virgo. Whoo, Virgo, you have this in your second house. Okay. Virgo, in your second house, this energy is going to show you the seeds of whatever you had planted in the past. Now you're seeing why you stay in situations that are none of this. Speaking of the second house, this is the house of Taurus. So this is about being determined, right? This is about even hearing of a family giving you money, hereditary energy. But this is about self-worth. And especially since whatever had been playing out, a lot of you have been having some sort of ruckus energy when it comes to relationships, if you're a partner or not. A lot of situations are coming to an end, but this is very beautiful because now you have a security that's coming here for you, the ability to make money. If you are also trying to look for new employment, or you have moved into something new, it's going to be very good for you. You're going to be valued, acknowledged. If you are kind of in limbo of letting go of your old job, this will push for you to start looking for something more. But all of this, it really is going to assist you on an earthly level where you connect with cultural energy here. Yes, family and that sort of thing, but it's also bringing in some sort of privilege and a lot of social privileges at that. So do keep that in mind. Here, it's going to focus more on, physical finances, that sort of energy. Okay, so what's coming in here for you? We have King. This is about divine masculine energy. Woo! This energy, I will tell everybody, okay? Not just Virgo, but everybody. This energy that's coming in, if you are single, you're going to be meeting someone that is extremely masculine, that's going to have you, shaking them legs like, Bambi trying to freaking learn how to walk for the first time. No, this energy is going to be very beautiful. A lot of you may fall into having some sort of connection with the masculine, but the masculine energy, when we look at it in a physical energy, you're able to execute whatever plan is that you have, any sort of situation that you're trying to move forward. This energy, when it comes to divine masculine, it's very beautiful because this is an alignment with the higher, with the inner masculine, and doing so, expressing it in a physical way in the 3D. I do want to note here with the light codes energy that is coming in here, with the numerical number that comes here from light code 77, that is in alignment with your highest path. Whatever is not for you, there's no way of like being able to avoid whatever is there. If you need to call your partner out on shit because they're not pulling their end, you're maybe trying to get married or trying to make things more official, right? For me personally, getting married is not something that I want to do. I'm an iffy now. Before I was like completely no, now I'm iffy. So, but if it's, for me, it's not that important, right? I am okay with having some sort of marriage or agreement. You live in your house, I live in my own house. But for a lot of you, it's not okay. And if you need this, you need to let a partner know, like, this is how it's going to go down, and have boundaries. If you're not able to pull or have your boundaries, I mean, by all means, please don't do it because you're going to be suffering in the end. Okay, so let's see what overall energy comes in also in love. What do you need to acknowledge or overall here, please? It's about the butterfly. All right, this is about relationships evolving into the next phase. This is about if you're talking to somebody, because you're completely single, things will materialize very beautiful, become more official. Especially, I just want to say, if you are dealing with a Sagittarius or a Libra, that energy is going to be very, very strong. Or an Aries Venus, Aries rising, those energies are going to be playing out very, very positively for you. Okay, but this is about growth and having inner child healing. I will say that a lot of our money is being held by, our abundance is held by the 7-year-old self. Okay, so however you need to heal that, please, this will be the time to do so, and looking into whatever happened when you were in that age, that space of time. Okay, singles. Whoo! All right, singles, you're going to be telling another that you like them. Somebody's going to be telling that they love you. Do keep in mind the energies are here, but are playing out for the next 6 months. Okay, but this is about you expressing love to someone expressing love to you, solidifying situations. If you're talking to someone, meeting someone new completely, if you are not partner up. All right, so energy coming in here, we have, damn it, we had separation, photograph, and we had endings, but we're going to pull in again because this deck is going cray. Okay, if you're dealing with a partner, if you have a partnered Virgos, wherever you have Virgo in your chart, also look moon and Venus at this time, especially rising. You have sunglasses. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. You're gonna be a Snoopy Snoops. Okay, so you're gonna get a little too obsessed. Stalking, gaslighting your person here, trying to cover up whatever it is that you're feeling. The need of conversation, communication needs to happen. It does seem like you're going to be challenged on not expressing whatever needs to express, or even if you are the one, right? Your partner may want to take it to the next level, and you're like me right now. You're like, I just need more time. Your partner is going to hide their true emotions, anger, and whatever not, or even you also not expressing why you don't want this. For some of you here, it is calling in here saying it is masculine energy, things that had happened to you in a reason of why you're the reason, or you why this is your reason of not having something play out for you. Could it be because of religion? Maybe a partner wants to have a baby, that sort of energy, because obviously Venusian energy is all about birth as well. So here you might be holding back on the idea of having children, and that can hinder from whatever happened to you when you were a child. So do keep that in mind. This energy does show with partners, you're going to be trying to focus out on situations, but the information and whatever needs to happen will happen, but you cannot avoid it. Okay. Alrighty. So let's look into the next sign. The next sign we have Libra. Okay, Libra. Libra, right now for you, it'll be very beautiful. The feeling of falling in love again, but it will show you have not been holding your end, being true to your heart. This energy is going to kind of shake you up. Okay, this is about allowing things to really come into place here. You are not going to feel a lot of change, but really feel triggered. The real change for you, comes in here on April 11th, and you will feel it on for the next following week that comes in here for you. Okay, this will show you how you have been holding back and living life, allowing new love in. If you have been feeling stuck with a person, not seeing things for what they are, this energy will be indicating you it is time to move forward. You need to analyze your personality, your habits, and have knowledge of how you are holding back the needs and essentials that are in life for you. But all of this brings in transformation. Relationships will play out beautifully here for you the second half of the year, like where you really allow yourself to move forward in a very decent manner when it comes to relationships. This being in your first house will bring in mind, okay, have in mind that this is Aries house, right? So this ruler is it is Mars. So this is about having courage, the ability to take action without letting the reason of someone else. That can be your child, your ex-partners, or having some sort of partnerships outside like work and all that goodness. But this is about caring more about your physical appearance, changing your wardrobes as well. But this is about having awareness of your environment and how you have not been favored to you. Okay, so do keep this very much in mind. This self-awareness will pull in very beautiful energy for whatever doesn't feel hard in the heart. You will be moving forward. I don't know what has been happening to you. Maybe you have been feeling it extra since last month, because all of us are in our soul space, in our heart space when it comes to this energy. So it's like acknowledgement that has come in, because I'm really getting here for you, Libra, that you have been trying to disappear for the longest time. Like, yes, it's really heavy for you. And the energy here of not being in a harmonious aspect and harmonious energy with love and values, or money as well, have been really heavy, really heavy. But this is now that acknowledgement that you need to do and need to make. Okay. What's coming in here for you? Whoo, beautiful. This is about letting go of expectations. Okay. This is about even your own expectations. You might be hard on yourself, but importantly for other partners as well. Your main energy focus that comes in here with this energy is that you are enough. Your energy comes in here with like codes 1111. I am enough. Okay. I'm being called to pull another one. All right. And actually get moving forward. You have divine masculine energy stepping in. Very beautiful energy. This is about allowing yourself to harmonize with what you got and not pushing yourself for something that it is from the past. I'm feeling here that a lot of affairs of the heart have come to finalize, whatever that is for you. Okay, so let's see. So, like, there is no need to push forward if something, an idea, something that you're pushing with a partner or with an old partner has not materialized. It is time to have a different plan. It is time to move into what can be next. Is it with this person? Is it not? Okay, it's time to move forward without you being so stuck in the mind and heart. Okay. All right. Overall energy here when it comes to more message here for Libra, please. And this energy, let me say, Libra, it's one that the world is going to see you step really into. It's not that something that you're going to be able to just keep it to yourself. Okay. So do keep in mind that if you're hurting and you're trying, you cry in the night, you cry by yourself, you're hurting. This is not something that's just going to stay in the hidden. It is now coming to light. And coming to light next, whomever is a Scorpio, you got some shit coming through too. All right, so overall, for the message here for Libra as well, you have the Runner. This is about a codependence in relationships. This is about feeling afraid, being fearful of really, truly having intimacy. Okay, when it comes to intimacy, it's not just sexual intimacy. Okay, this is about really letting someone in, truly letting all walls, all guards down, and allowing yourself to move forward. Because here is about listening to the ego. And I did speak about the ego. I felt it was very important in the beginning of the video. The ego is afraid of change. So the change that you're feeling afraid of is not of the soul. It is of the mind. It is something that you have lived in the past. With the ego is all about just the having the knowing without expectation. So I will have to say here what I'm getting right now from spirit as well is like you have been self-sabotaging in situations. This could go for any other person as well. We all have the wanting to have some sort of partner in situations, right? In love. But very important here for you, Libra, like you had also kept yourself, you have been self-sabotaging because you would know and have an expectation of a situation not playing out for you. So it's like here you maybe talk to someone or have this let's see. Okay, let's touch on communication. You are a person that wants to hear from your partner each and every single day, but are not really expressing this. You talk to someone who you guys talk here and there. And because like you guys have been talking for a period of time, and of course it could play out very differently, right? But you're talking several days, continuous, and then one day, I don't know, they go through something and they can't talk to you, or they are not being so communicative because they're going through something. Maybe they're just not choosing to talk to try to overwhelm you. Trying to be a little mysterious. Who knows? Because they didn't talk to you that day, you're like, this ain't for me. I want my partner to have communication every single day. You just cut them off. Because it is better to know that, okay, this is done, than expressing yourself and letting them know how you feel and then receiving whatever, if they're going to go for it or they're done with it as well. So do keep in mind, apply in different spaces, energies here that comes in for you. This is telling you here overall is going to show you how you have been listening to your ego and not allowing things and change to come forward here for you. All right, so let's see, have your single Libra, how is it going to show up here for you as well? You have the Sword and Rose. This is about clarity. This is about truth, revelations. This is about also learning how to protect yourself. Okay. Very beautiful energy here to have here when it comes to protection. Get some selenite, some rose quartz at this time. Very beautiful. And they're so, especially put your crystals out there if you need to clear them or whatever. But this is about having an honor for the self. Okay. Allowing yourself to move to a new energy space and really protecting yourself with outside energy. This calls in for you to clear whatever you got going on. Revelations are stepping in here for you, and love will be attracted next with kisses. Girl, you're gonna be making out with someone, boy boo. Okay. But this is about giving and receiving attention as well. For partners, I had the Grim Reaper here. So there's some complete letting go of situations, partnerships, connections that had not been well for you in the past. Okay. If that energy applies to you being single but still holding someone's energy space, energetically, the universe sees that as you are partnered. Okay. So I'm not going to go too in depth about that, but do keep that in mind. If you're single, trying to connect with someone, things are not playing out. Okay. Do you have an empty drawer for them? Just telling the energy, like, okay, this will be my future partner's, I don't know, closet space, drawer space. In the bed, are you sleeping with someone? Are you sleeping on the right side? That shit counts, believe it or not. But all right, next energy phase here. Let's like partnerships, having more healthier choices, making healthier choices. This is about having more self-care, self-awareness, self-love, being happier, and evolving into the next part of situations, connections. Obviously, this is about having that difficult talk if it is needed, but this is about even expanding with your partner if you're partnered, choosing to live in a more responsible way with your partner where you're not just um, pushing and expecting for them to always keep it together, have it together. I mean, they're also in their journey of growth and healing, right? So there's a beautiful energy that comes in here, very mature, especially with the butterfly being in the bottom of the deck. Okay. Thank you, Libra. All right, so let's go into the next sign. Whew, okay, here we go. All right, I've been excited to do this one. We already know Scorpio is one of my favorite signs. I don't know, maybe because we have the same ruler, but whatever. Anyways, everybody, don't get jealous, but it is what it is. All right, so no manches. Okay, so let's look. Okay, so this is gonna be in your 12th house. Oh my gosh! And should I know about the 12th house? I have like 3 or 4 placements there. Let's look into the 12th house. This is the house of Pisces, right? With having a placement here in Pisces, this is about the supports and limits in the hidden, right? But being in the sign of Aries, do you know what's gonna do for you, baby cakes? That's an exposure of whatever you have been hiding. You haven't been having a secret relationship. If you have not been honest with yourself about your needs, this also comes in here where it plays out karma and results of the past acts. Okay, it will support you in very beautiful, harmonious ways. But if you have been holding back on expressing how you feel with a partner, if you have been, I don't know, cheating, if your partner's cheating, that sort of thing, it's coming to light. Especially around the 20th, do have an expectation to see some social conflict. Okay, this is not about keeping things in the hidden. Okay, so even if you show yourself to be kind of mysterious, kind of low key, exposure is going to come. Secrets, that's the main thing. Secrets and investments. Also, it's time for you to invest in other things that will be seen, so do keep that in mind, because this also shows a refinement when it comes to your finances as well. Growth, that energy is going to play out beautifully here for you in May. But right now, whatever you have been hiding, avoiding, like this is about getting the whole tea, even energetically. Dream realm, clairvoyant, is just all this information is going to come in here for you. So do keep that in mind. No more hidden secrets and that sort of thing. Okay, so let's see what energy comes here for you. Overall, please. Thank you. And of course, I'm just giving you guys a fast roundabout about the information or situation coming forth. There is much, much more if you do your own personal research, go into other channels and stuff like that. People who like are professional astrologers and that goodness. But very beautiful energy. Okay, so what are you receiving? What are you in awareness of? You have integration. This is about multi-dimensional healing, seeing things from all aspects, all realms. I mean, hello, if any house would help you, it will be the 12th house. All right, so let's look into this. Overall, this is about, we have lightning. So this is about sudden change, shocking news, surprises, epiphanies, upheaval, transformation, things that you cannot avoid. Even if this is about, even if you have your partner, finding out information about them, people talking shit on you, you're dealing with somebody who is, is still in a situationship, trying to release someone else, but you guys are still, getting close and that sort of thing. They might reveal to you that they're not really going to do nothing, not really move and create any sort of change. So if they're not making the moves and changes right now, expect for them not to do so. This is about Phoenix energy. This is about new faces, rekindling. This is about transformation and changing your mind about a situation as well. If you're single, completely single, new love comes in here for you. There will be affection. There will be sharing times with others, and others will let you know where they stand with you, where you don't have to force anything. This is about really protecting your energy space as well. If you are partnered, you have the golden mirror. This is about a person who has been having a one-sided relationship, love bombing, and that sort of thing. We also have, because we expect change and other things that come in here, we either sabotage, create shit, or rebuild with this person. Obviously, everybody's going to take different action, but most of it with this energy is about being persistent to change, persistent to waiting and creating new change. I do have date, so I don't know what's going on with you, Scorpios. You might be some other people who are also married or in relationships will be really attracted to you. So keep that in mind, okay? But don't be so delusional. Don't think it's all going to be in the hidden. Right now, there's a time where it moves forward for things to be seen. Okay. The next house, the next sign, sorry. It is Sagittarius. And some of you may be feeling you're being called out. My lovely, I'm not trying to call you out. Okay, I'm just giving you awareness. All right, so Sagittarius, here we have you in the 11th house. Whew, it's going to be very beautiful for you. This is about letting go of expectations from the past, people finally making a move. This energy is going to help you, assist you very beautifully in partnerships, relationships. For those of you that are waiting to be waiting for your true love to come in, this is the time where things start manifesting here for you, where you're not going to be holding yourself back so much because of other people that can't move forward. Regardless if they're moving forward or not, you might be like, okay, I'm going to keep them on the side, but I'm still going to move forward with my life. Sagittarius. So this is in your 11th house. The 11th house is connecting with like-minded people, people who you're spontaneously going to meet, people who have the same interest or want the same thing out of life as you. You're going to be able to have a more social life where you're going to be connecting with other friends. And this is also where you get to call out friends or release friends who had not kept it 100 with you or not have been reciprocating the energy that you had been given. This is where you also are very, very attracted to someone who's very masculine. Someone very masculine, is going to come to your life. If you have more of a masculine energy, this is an energy where this will start manifesting for you intensely, where you're going to need to deliver something. So it'll be a project, a dream, like really going for it. So there will be a change in your mental attitude and the emotional intelligence. I don't want to put it like that too much, but is going to be activated, where you're just going to be active in anything and everything that you do, especially at work. I do have to say that for you here, there might be some sort of baby news. You might find out someone you were talking to has been dating. on the low key and they found out they're pregnant, somebody not being so true to you, has baby news, you might become pregnant or hear something about baby really had been coming to me when I was connecting with the energies before I came on the live stream. So that was definitely something else. What's coming forward for you here is being the chosen one. You have like codes 1-1. This is about fast track to ascension. This is about opening your heart and having set loving boundaries. This is not even giving a rat's ass about what other people may want or think. I do have to say, for some of you, had been pushed to a connection or relationship situation that you didn't want to be there, and now it's like, did you really want this? April 20th will be hardcore for you, so do keep that in mind. So this is about really seeing things for what they are. Very beautiful energy. And Vista is a feminine archetype, especially here with Aries. It will bring in the desires of the soul. Okay, so do keep that in mind, because if you had been kind of, this is Sagittarius is a sign that needs freedom. If you're being restricted in any way, shape, or form, you are going to, rebel regardless, right? You're going to look for that freedom somehow. So here is like you get to create, you get to be in this energy and deliver and have the mental and emotional capacity to do so. So it's very beautiful here for you, Sagittarius. Overall, you have separation, separating your ideas, your feelings from other situations. You're gonna, thank you, Spirit. You're going to see other situations come forth with other people are going to tell you that they're journeying for you, but they're unsure of the future, but they think about you, they miss you. There's going to be some sort of sadness. Your sadness is going to be able to allow you to move into this next energy space. All right, so goodbye. For those of you that are Sagittarius twin flames, this will be very important here for you. Either you're going to meet your twin flame, or there will be some sort of encounter with the twin flame. You're going to feel their energy even more so. But very important, you're going to see where this had been a one-sided situation, and now you get to move forward and step into this new energy. When it comes to single, also Sagittarius, this is about partnering up, starting to find the one, or even here of meeting someone who you might believe they are your twin flame and they're not. But also like here, also choosing your soulmate and whomever to take the role as twin flame, calling to the divine to give you that connection that maybe you feel or seal that your divine counterpart felt. Okay. So let's see here for coupled Sagittarius. You have, okay, so this is about possessions, controlling, blocking here, restraining, obsessing about situations, and you're going to see this energy being mirrored to you, being shown how it's playing out here for you. And your partner may become a little too obsessed, and even here not letting you talk to other people, other connections. But this is about hovering energy. There is messaging, there's an exchange, some sort of arguments and fights. So do keep that in mind. But this is about really reflecting the wounds. So either you or your partner are going to be reflecting each other's wounds back and forth. Do keep in mind of that energy where you have the masculine and feminine energies coming to play. So switches, not switches, you and your partner may switch roles. Okay, so like here, if you are more of the accepting one, you want to speak to them, be more calm, the switch up happens. Okay, so do keep this in mind and have in mind whatever you're going to say, because if there's a difficult conversation happening where we're expressing ourselves, make sure that you listen, actually listen, be in the moment, and not just try to figure out what you're going to say next to your partner. Okay. All right, so we're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. All right, next sign, it is Capricorn. Capricorn, this is going to fall in your 10th house. The 10th house, it's all about moral condition. Yes, it has to do with your career reputation, professional achievements, how you're moving in life. How this is going to play out for you. This is about you getting the recognition when it comes to partnership situations and seeing someone for whom they truly are. You're going to be able to move forward and have this prestige position for yourself. There's also recognition that comes in here for you when it comes into being broadcasted into maybe the team, into a light of here of work. This is about where your reputation grows very beautifully here. There's going to be recognition and acceptance of what you bring to the table, what you bring to the team, when you bring to work here. Very beautiful energy. It will most likely play out where you see acceleration, improvement in work and even in your finances. Okay. Let's see. This is about when you remember what's coming for you. You remember your identity. You remember why you're here and remember you. Okay. Especially if you're a mature generation X, Y, right? So, this will show you here how you maybe, let's look at it this way. Last 15 years, whatever that you lived, now you get to finally reconcile with that version of you that didn't know more in relationships, partnerships, even being a team player, living life true to your heart, and having maybe the job that you want, or stepping into something more different when it comes to your professional life. This is very beautiful energy. This is about remembering that you also have life and you can also move into an energy that you can have success and you can do it. I mean, if any sign would, it will be an earth sign. It will be Taurus. It will be not giving any shit if you're not a Capricorn, but we know that they're very determined. They always get to the finish line. Okay, so this is about changing position. And it will show you here how we have been dealing with a codependent situation, relationship, even at work, whether people were depending too much on you, putting too much shit in your plate. If you're single, this is about being able to receive what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, being at the right time, right place, meeting somebody who is head over heels for you. And this is about where you are choosing some sort of closure when it comes to your life. All right, so if you're partnered, you have keys on rings, and this energy is about having more options. Not, oh my goodness, not trying to make things too official as of yet, but this is about allowing yourself to see things clearly without forcing things. Also, maybe here, if you have a partner, you guys are going to be acting out that you guys are single, having date night, having role playing that you're having a one night stand. Also, if you are partnered, you or your partner may also fall into this situation where you have one night stand. Okay, this is outdated thinking in this golden mirror. So yeah, there's definitely someone falling out, somebody being tempted, somebody having some sort of crush outside of a marriage, out of a relationship. So do keep that in mind. Okay. Oh my gosh, that took a turn. All right, so Aquarius, this is going to be in your 9th house. Your 9th house is all about expansion and consciousness, with higher mind. You're going to be very intuitive. You're going to have messages come in left and right. Like if you have abilities, they're going to be really heightened. Okay, this is about taking on with the energies. Is going to show you the ability to have some distant travel, start planning for a trip, even if it's maybe even you take a car trip, but this is about trying to take more information, trying to learn new things, expanding your education. Maybe you're teaching or taking a seminar class, that sort of thing here. It's like there's an expansiveness when it comes into allowing yourself to see things very differently. Also, when it comes to relationships, partnerships, and anything that has to do with things that you've wanted in the past for you. How this is going to play out for you is divine order. Okay, Aquarius, you have been going through shits you're finally out of whatever you got going on. But here with divine order, you have to practice patience. You're feeling the break of whatever you were going through in the past when partnership situations, you guys couldn't meet eye to eye. Even with single peeps, I mean, you were not getting your message across. Now things come in here for you, but is asking for you to see it differently, where patience comes in and takes place here for you. Okay, you're gonna hear or start. You're gonna hear information of moving, people around you that may not feel so good for you. But I will tell you this, a move is in the horizon, regardless if you have your own home, you already purchased a home. No, there's some sort of move. Okay, like this is about you wanting to move somewhere else that has to do with property. And this is about for forgiveness to truly come in. The movement could be even about you moving into an different energy space when it comes to maybe having different belief systems, right? So like that alone can move you into a higher energy space for yourself and others. But this is about practicing patience, and do know that patience is the foundation of unconditional love. So once you are in the vibration of unconditional love, all horizons open for you. Okay, let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have acknowledgement and taking responsibility, whatever is that you brought to the table as well. All right, so let's see what else comes in here for you. And this will bring you better communication as well. Extremely better communication. Okay, I was just talking about communication. And this is about even asking your partner to, pull their end, or somebody who you are talking to is like taking the time to actually get to know them instead of rushing as well. There'll be a lot of seduction coming in here for you. I don't know what the hell you're doing, Aquarius, but that's good energy. With overall energy that comes here for you, you also have interests that come in, conversations move into a deeper space. You're able to now communicate with others. Yes, there will be some hovering from a partner or you trying to give it to other people, depending on whatever and however you're seeing this. But any sort of awaited messages that you have been waiting for, they're now coming in. You're going to hear from a person that you have been waiting for, or also other people who have been wanting to deliver. This could be an ex, obviously. Connect with you in that sort of way. They're going to be reaching out. Okay, unexpected messages are coming in here. When it comes to love, if you're single, you have love coming in. That's very beautiful, because this is a time where you finally get to breathe. You finally get to create new things. Your imagination is going to be out of this world, and the psychic abilities are really going to lead you beyond materiality. So anything that is in the physical, your psychic abilities are going to be very beautifully aligned with your higher self, with even your lower self. With the lower self, it's not because you're in low vibration. Lower self is you being in the 3D, right? The physical self. But you're going to be extremely attractive to others. People are going to be very passionate about you, but you are going to be very passionate about you. All right, so, and with this energy here, when it comes to, this is beautiful. If your partner, you are going to start acknowledging that you and your partner need to start dating. This is about connecting even deeper, setting and planning things, and very beautiful energy, making time to connect with your partner. And they will want this as well. Like here, it's about getting out of the routine. It's all about expanding here, like taking more acknowledgement that it is time to move into a different energy space where you both honor each other. It's very beautiful. It's a lot of playfulness energy steps in here. And this is about actually planning even vacation time, a trip beyond whatever has been happening in the recent past. I do see also speaking about any sort of past situations that held some sort of resentment. You're learning, you're moving forward here with your partner. You both are letting go and loving each other very, very beautifully. Okay. All right. Let's look into the next sign. Miss Lucia D said yes. Lucia is so cute. Okay. The next sign. Okay. Last but not least, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Are you ready? This is in your 8th house. Okay. Pisces, how does this play out for you? Here, the eighth house has to do with beliefs. Okay. It does have to do with sexual activity, share assets, finances, rituals, occult shit that you have been hiding. Okay. So, Pisces, how does this play out for you? This comes in where there's a closure and love as well. Okay. This means here that if you have a partner, right? If you have a partner and you're trying to take it to the next level, there's a joining of assets that could be harmonious. But if you're not in having in mind with having partnership energy with the full moon in Libra, it's Libra. I mean, full moons are all about closure, right? Closing out a cycle. And it has to do with love. This is about your belief system that comes with love and other things. Like here, it's going to show you, like, okay, no, this is your new belief system. Include yourself, your needs, and everything that has to do with this. This also could come in here where your finances are affected or you can grow them, right? There will be some sort of change when it comes to your finances that you don't see. But the finances that I've channeled here for you, most of the, the collective of Pisces, is growth. Definitely beautiful growth, where you don't need of someone else. Someone else may need more of you, and you have been self-sacrificial for a long time. You're going to be more self-reliant, sustainable here, where resources also kick in. But it's very important to acknowledge here that if you don't want to be in a sort of partnership, it's not going to happen for you, because the other person who is meant to be with you will show up again. Have in mind here as well that with your eighth house and also Scorpio, y'all may be saying that other person's name out loud when you're sleeping, when you're doing things. Your subconscious calling out for the other person. So do keep that in mind. There might be some recurrences here with your partner that you have now, that the two of you are trying to work, counterpart here to one another, but there's something that needs to be surrendered. If you are single and you're not allowing yourself to truly be expressive of what you feel, the depth of feeling that other person and bringing a new structure to create a breakthrough will be really, really manifesting itself here for you. So all this energy that is playing out for you is for personal responsibilities to drastically decrease. It's about doing things for you and having new belief systems, stepping into new belief systems that allow you to feel that you are taken care of as well. Okay. All this energy is about death and regeneration. It's very, very beautiful. All right. So let's see overall energy, what plays out here for you, what comes in for you. We have heal. Woo! Time to forgive. Oh my gosh, Pisces. I mean, hello. You would be Cancer sister sign, right? So it's about healing. I mean, Scorpio too. Healing abandonment. This is about time to forgive, allowing yourself to be. You know what? Okay, you see how this person is there? I had the situation when I went through this last year. It was so freaking crazy because I saw myself like being like this, taken up to a red beam of light. The rest I don't remember. But it, like, I was already asleep. I don't know how the hell this happened. But this situation, and how what I'm seeing here for you as well, is having acknowledgement where you take responsibility of how you have kept yourself stuck, right? Like here, the ability to forgive. The ability to forgive is not for the other person, or the forgiveness is for the other person. It's like, kind of, at this point, sounds a little cliche because we all know this, right? Most would know this. It's for you. But if you don't feel that you need to forgive, or you don't want to, or you can't find yourself to forgive, okay, then don't forgive. But you have to acknowledge that you can't be living with that feeling here and the idea of the other person being here, regardless if they're in your physical life or not. Okay. This energy, it calls for death and regeneration. It is calling for you to change your habits, your beliefs, even letting go of the secrecy, like even of holding back of whatever you need to acknowledge for yourself, even the forgiveness of the self for staying in a situation or even having an acknowledgement of it. It's very, very beautiful here, but it is making time for changing what needs to change. This could be with other people or keeping yourself stuck in a situation out of love for others, for yourself, for children. Okay. And this is about a legacy that you will be living on. So when we speak of legacy, especially if it's talking about hidden things, do know that it is our energetic DNA as well, and what we're giving, leaving to our children, family, what it was given to you. But I mean, you're healing here. And this is an acknowledgement that I want to show here, where if you are an older sibling, right? And then you see your parents teaching your younger siblings differently that they did you, how they maybe are treating them different, they're more less strict, um, less forceful in the way of how to do things. I mean, by all means, there's so many different ways, but you see them being more easier on them. That's not because it's the younger children. You yourself share the same DNA as them, not just physical DNA, but energetic DNA that could be with family trauma and other shit. I mean, it is what it is. Uh, so that itself, you being more aware of where you are at and how things don't need to be done like that, you're changing your DNA. So it activates a chain in their DNA. It's not coming in as fast because with you feeling different than them, seeing things differently, and allowing that energy to play out, that change in you is coming in, is regenerating their energetic DNA and their actual DNA as well. But we'll be moving into that energy or talking about it some other time. If somebody reminds me to talk about, because there's so many topics, but do keep that in mind. Okay, this is not just about you, but this is about other hidden energies and aspects that we don't see. All right, so let's see what else comes in here for you. So Mon, welcome. All right, so what else comes in here energetically? Coffee cup. This is about meeting, conversing, secretly meeting and conversing maybe with someone, reflecting on back situations, past situations. But this is very beautiful, connecting to others, being uplifted by friends and people who you believe they're friends. But this savoring the moments, staying in an energy space of just enjoying yourself, and maybe hidden where secrets, that sort of thing that you just want to keep for yourself. And sometimes that's good. All right. So if you're single, you have heart with the key. This energy is about welcoming love, meeting the one in the next few months, opening your heart to love and getting together. This is about having a perfect date, perfect time. Even, I don't know, if you don't want to go out to get some to the taco truck, right? Meeting someone's like, hey, just chill in your car, talk here, have some tacos, a night that just feels so good, even if you're not really doing things. I mean, it's so beautiful how it's stepping in here for you. This energy feels more of meeting someone in the physical, organically, but I mean, it could happen that you meet someone online. All right, if you are a connected, partnered Pisces, partnership with Pisces energy. Whew, okay. This is about allowing the relationship to take it to the next level. This is about allowing marriage to be part of the picture. This is about allowing yourself to maybe take it to the next phase with your partner, letting your ideas be known, setting dates, planning dates, like actually allowing yourself to be open to getting back out there if you are not completely happy in your relationship as well. Okay. But this energy, la 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 la, brings in meeting someone new. Like even allowing yourself to get to know your partner, old partner, but now it's like they think differently, feel differently. So it's like, okay, let me let go of the old version of you and really get to know the new version of you. Or here, for someone that I know, her man, and I'm bringing this because like it allowed me to see things different, right? And I think this suits very much here, also with your situation. Not that you're doing this, but I have a friend, personal friend, that her man is very well off. Like he has a prestigious status. Like I mean, he's freaking rich, wealthy, and stuff like this. But she married him because he was good to get along with, respectable, handsome, yada yada yada. So she didn't feel like super in love with him. She felt she had feelings for him, and she was kind of careless of all the attentiveness that he had towards her, right? And they've been married for like 15 years. So it comes to that moment where he got COVID. So she really acknowledged what life would be like without him. And she didn't realize how much she had taken for granted and how much she was really in love with him, because she had a different belief system of, okay, men should just take care of the home. Let your partner love you more than you love them, because you won't have much heartbreak. I mean, it was old conditioning, old ways of thinking that were given to her that were not her own. And now where she's allowing herself to have this emotional connection with the true intentions of her partner and what is really happening, and not letting external influences take place, right? So it's very beautiful how now that alone has allowed their relationship to heal, to become more um intertwined and connected, really beautiful here. And it evolved into the next phase of them now really doing things more for them without just having the traditional role of marriage and partnerships. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and looking into the science here with me. Allow yourself to step into, look, and connect in love on a daily basis with freedom, understanding, and the beautiful energy that is now impacting life. All right. So until next time, beloved, namaste.